Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello sir, my name is Fathir, and then you can call me Fathir. I'm from Class B, Teknik Informatik, and now I will read the English assignment. The story. It is difficult to define any one device as the earliest computer. The very definition of a computer has changed, and it is therefore impossible to identify the first computer. Many devices once called computer would no longer qualify as such by today's standards. Originally, the term computer referred to a person who performed numerical calculation, a human computer, often with the aid of a mechanical calculating device. Examples of early mechanical computing devices include the abacus, the slide rule, and arguably the astrolabe and the Antikythera mechanism, which dates from about 1 150 to 100 BC. The end of the Middle Ages saw a reinvigoration of European mathematics and engineering, and Wilhelm Siedeker's 1000 1620 23 device was the first of a number of mechanical calculators constructed by European engineers. However, none of those devices fit the modern definition of a computer because they could not be programmed. In 1000, in 1801, Joseph Mary Jacquard made an improvement to the textile loom that used a series of punched paper cards as a template to allow his loom to weave in intricate patterns automatically. The resolution Jacquard loom was an important step in the development of computer because the use of punched cards to define woven patterns can be viewed as a early, elaborate limited form of programmability. In 1837, Carlos Babbage was the first to conceptualize and design a fully programmable mechanical computer that he called the analytical engine due to limited finance and an inability to resist tinkering with the design. Babbage never actually built his analytical engine. Large-scale automated data processing of punched cards was performed for the U.S. Census in 1890 by tabulating machine designed by Herman Hollerith, the manufactured by the Computing Tabulating Recording Corporation, which is later become IBM. By the end of the 19th century, a number technologies that would later prove useful in the realization of practical computers had begun to appear. The Penshot car, Boolean algebra, the vacuum tube, thermionic valve, and the teleprinter. During the first half of the 12th, 12th century, many scientific computing needs were met by increasingly sophisticated analog computer, which use a direct mechanical or electrical mode of the problem as a basic for computing. However, these were not programmably and generally lacked the versatility and accuracy of modern digital computer. A succession of the steadily more powerful and flexible computing devices were constructed in the 1930s and 1940s, are gradually adding the key features that are seen in the modern computer. The use of digital electronic largely invented by Claude Shannon in 1937, and more flexible programmability were vitally important steps. But depending on the point along this road as the first digital electronic computer is difficult, Xenon 100, 100, 1940. Notable achievements include Conrad Suss's electromechanical set machine, the Z3 1941, was the first working machine featuring binary arithmetic, including floating point arithmetic and a measure of programmability. In 1998, the Z3 was proved to be Turing complete, therefore being the world's first operational computer. The the non-programmable programmable Atanasoff Berry computer 1941, which is used vacuum tube based computation computation, binary number, and regenerative capacitor memory. The secret British Colossus computer 1944, which is at limited programmability but demonstrate that a device using thousands of tubes could be reasonably reliable and electronically reprogrammable. It was used for breaking German wartime, war, wartime codes. The Harvard Mark I 1944 and large-scale electromechanical computer with limited programmability. The U.S. Army's Ballistics Research Laboratory ENIAC 1946, which is used the decimal arithmetic and is sometimes called the first purpose electronic computer since Conrad Suss theory of 1941 used electromagnets instead of electronic. Initially, however, ENIAC had a invisible ar- architecture, which is essentially required where rewiring to change its programming. Several development of ENIAC recognizing its faults come up with a far more flexible and elegant design, which is come to be called as a storage program architecture or von Neumann architecture. This design was the formally described described by John von Neumann in the paper first draft of a report on the EDVAC published in 1545 and hundred a number of projects to develop computer based on the storage program architecture recommended around this time. The first of these being completed in Great Britain. The first to be demonstrated working was the Manchester Small Scale Experimental Machine (SSEM) or Baby However, the exact completed a year after SSEM was purpose the first practical implementation of the store's program design. Shortly thereafter, the design originally described the von Neumann's paper at FAC was completed but did not see full-time use for an additional 2 years. Numerically, all modern computers implement some form of the stored program architecture, making it the single trait by which the word computer is now defined by these standards. Many early devices would no longer be called computer by today's definition, but are usually referred to as such in their historical context. Will the technologies used in computer have changed dramatically since the first electronic general-purpose computer of the 1940s. Most still use the von Neumann architecture. The design made the universal computer a practical reality. Vacuum-tube-based computers were in use throughout the 1950s, but were largely replaced in the 1960s by transistor-based devices, which were smaller, faster, cheaper, used less power, and were more reliable. This factor allowed computers to be product on an unprecedented commercial scale. By the 1970s, the adoption of intricate circuit technology and the subsequent serialization of microprocessors such as the Intel 400 4000 and for chooses another leap in size, speed, cost, and reliability by the 1900 for 980s. Computer has become sufficiently small and cheap to replace simple mechanical control in domestic applications as such as washing machine. Around the same time, computer become widely accessible for personal use by individuals in the form of home computer and the now ubiquitous personal computer in conjunction with the widespread growth of the internet since the 1990. Personal computers are becoming as common as the television and the telephone, and almost all modern electronic device contain a computer of the kind. A main idea, which is of the statement below, but express the main idea of the text. Why did you eliminate the other choice? Number one, the most common form of computer in use today is the embedded computer. Number two, modern computers are based on comparatively tiny integrated circuits. And number three, a computer is a data processing system. And the answer number three, a computer is a data processing system. B. Understanding the text. Decide whether the following ideas are true or false by referring to the text. Number one, computers able are able to manage data according to a list of instructions. And the answer it is true. And number two, the physical form of computer can be the change, and the answer is false. And number three, early computers were very large and power consuming, and the answer it is true. Number four, modern computers are, are also very large and power consuming. It is false. And number five, personal computers are symbol of the information era. And the answer it is true. And number six, the most people think that a computer is limited to a personal computer. It is true. And number seven, the embedded computer are rarely found in electronic device. And the answer is false. And number eight, children may also be categorized as a computer user. It is true. And number six and number nine, computer and calculators are the same. It is false. And the last one, number 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 10. A computer may perform the same computational task. And the answer is true. See contextual reference. Find out what the words in bold typeface refer to by looking back at the text. Number one, which is makes it computer, and the answer the bold typeface is refers to a. And number two, for example, they may be. Number two, for example, they maybe, and the answer the wall typeface it refers to embedded computer. And number three, the Tunisians they came from, and the answer is the wall typeface it refers to computer. The understanding words refer back to the text and find the synonym for the following words. Number one, order. The synonym of order is instruction. And number two, various. The synonym of various is numerous. Number three, private. The synonym of private is personal. And number four, very small. The synonym of very small is teeny. And number five, section. The synonym of section is fraction. By referring to the text, find the antonym for the following words. Number six, traditional. The synonym of the antonym of traditional is modern. Number seven, complex. And the answer is simple. And number eight, special. And the answer is ordinary. And number nine, thorough. And the answer is catch. And the last one, number 10, incapable. And the answer here is capable. A. Content review. Match the words in column A with the word or statements in column B. Number 1. Computer. And the answer is D. A machine which is manipulates data according to a list of instructions. And number two, early computers. And the answer is C, the size of a large room consuming as much power as several hundred modern personal computers. And number three, modern computer is answer is E, based on comparatively tiny integrated circuit and are millions to billions of times more capable. And number four is answer is B, simple devices that are often used to control other devices. And number five, program. And the answer is A, list of instruction.